Hey everyone, Marcus here, and I'm really stoked for today's episode, Chloe. When I first heard about this topic, I thought, wait a minute, is this really true? It sounds a bit, out there, but I'm genuinely intrigued to dig into this idea of a big lie we've been told about, getting rich, basically.
Marcus, oh my goodness, it is true. It's absolutely true. And I am so excited to unpack this because everyone has been, sold this dream, really. It's like work your 9 to 5, climb that ladder, save that 10% from your paycheck, and then, retire at 65. But, deep down, we all know it. That dream is kind of broken, really broken. It just doesn't really work anymore for so many people.
So, Chloe, if that dream is like totally broken, then what is the secret? I mean, are you saying like what if there's a different way to actually build real life-changing wealth in, 2024? Because that's what we're talking about, right? Like something that's not, resume based or degree based or even like just an idea based. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. What if it's about a system that already exists, and the top 1%, they totally use it. But almost no one is talking about it in a way that, really makes sense for us regular folks. I mean, it's literally the reason I went from being, $30,000 in debt to over $2 million in just 5 years. This is it. It's the modern maverick. And this is the one sentence framework that, changed everything for me.
Okay, so Chloe, you've got my attention. You mentioned a one-sentence framework, and I think a lot of people listening right now, they're probably like thinking, what's the secret sauce? Is it a specific crypto or like a stock or maybe a Shopify store that's just going to magically make them a millionaire overnight? Is that what we're talking about here? Is that the secret?
No, Marcus, absolutely not. Not at all. That's a lottery ticket, That's not a strategy, really. The real secret, it isn't a what, it's totally a how. And it's this. Stop trying to sell a product. Start selling a feeling. I mean, just let that sink in. Stop trying to sell a product. Start selling a feeling. It's a game changer, really, truly.
Wow. Okay, that's really impactful. So, when you say stop trying to sell a product, like what does that actually mean in practice? Because, aspiring entrepreneurs, they often like get obsessed with the thing, right? Like a ceramic mug or a software plugin or the protein powder. What's the fundamental mistake there in your opinion?
The fundamental mistake, Marcus, it's exactly that obsession with the thing. In this crowded digital world we live in, no one, truly no one, really cares about your thing. What they care about, what they truly care about, is what your thing will do for them. Like they don't buy a course on Facebook ads, no. They buy the feeling of confidence that they can finally crack the ad code and stop, just wasting their money. That's the feeling, truly the feeling.
So it's not about the item itself then. It's about the emotional connection, the transformation it provides. Like so a fancy notebook, it's not really just a notebook. It's a feeling of organization. Or a fitness program isn't just workouts, it's the pride of looking in the mirror, right?
Exactly. You've got it, Marcus. They buy the feeling of being organized and in control of their chaotic life with that notebook. And with the fitness program, it's absolutely the feeling of pride they'll get when they, finally look in the mirror. Your $1 million idea, it isn't a product. It isn't that. It's the transformation you package, really, truly. And to operationalize this, I've broken it down into 3 pillars. We call it, the Trinity of Modern Wealth.
Okay, the Trinity of Modern Wealth. I love that, Chloe. So, if we're not selling products and we're packaging transformations, how do we actually operationalize this? What's the very first pillar, like the actual first step you'd recommend someone take?
So pillar one, Marcus, it's the scalable audience. And this is huge, really huge. Before you even have a product, you really truly need a community. Not just followers, no. A community that trusts you, completely trusts you. And you do this by providing like insane value on one specific platform, all about one specific transformation. That's the key. One specific transformation.
So, it's about choosing a very specific lane then. Is that what you're saying? Like not trying to be everything to everyone. So if I'm a content creator, I shouldn't just be general content. I should be like the time-saving tech guru or the personal finance simplifier, like you mentioned, right? Is that the gist of it?
Absolutely, Marcus. Absolutely. You've got to choose your lane. Really, really choose it. Your entire content strategy, your whole strategy, it's to give away 95% of your knowledge, truly, for free, totally focused on that one feeling your audience is desperate for. Just desperate. You're not selling. You're teaching. You're proving your expertise. You are building an asset that is more valuable than any single product, really. And that asset, is trust, complete trust.
Okay, so once we've built that trust, we've got this scalable audience, like a community that really, really believes in us. What's the next step? Because I think a lot of people would immediately jump to like launching a huge course, right? Is that what you would recommend as the next pillar, Chloe, or is there something else before that?
That's a great question, Marcus. A really great question. Because that's what most people would do, They'd launch a multi-thousand-dollar course, and that's too big a leap. Really, truly too big a leap. Pillar 2 is the productized service. This is the magic bridge, It's a service, but it's packaged and priced like exactly like a product. It has a fixed scope, a fixed price, and a fixed delivery time. It's clear, really clear.
So it's not just like a general freelance service then. It's more structured, like a specific offering with a clear outcome. So like instead of just being a freelance social media manager, you would frame it as something much more defined. Like what's a good example that you could give us there?
Exactly, Marcus, exactly. So you wouldn't be, a freelance social media manager. No, you'd sell something like the Instagram tune-up package. 3 reels, 5 stories, and a one-page strategy for $997. It's clear, it's valuable, and it solves a very, very specific feeling of being overwhelmed and not knowing what to post. This is how you get your first 10 clients, your first $10,000, and a mountain of case studies and testimonials. It's truly powerful.
Okay, so we've got the scalable audience. We've got the productized service, which is really building that proof and getting paid. But how do we actually scale beyond that, Chloe? Because a service it still takes your time, right? What's the final piece, the digital lever you mentioned?
That's it, Marcus. A service scales with your time. That's true. But a product scales with the internet. Really, really scales. So once you've perfected your productized service and you've got that raving fan base, you totally productize it. You take the exact system, the exact system you used in your service, and you turn it into a digital product. Your Instagram tune-up, it becomes like the viral Insta Blueprints course for $297. And here's the viral part, really the viral part. You offer it first to your existing clients, at a massive, massive discount.
Oh, that's really smart. So they already like love you, they get a deal, and then they become your first wave of reviews and social proof. So you're not just selling a course, you're selling a proven system with like existing testimonials. And that creates a flywheel, right? Free content builds trust, productized service builds proof, and then the digital product builds scale. That's pretty brilliant, Chloe. It's a complete system.
It is. It totally is brilliant, Marcus. And speaking of systems that, really save you time, this episode, it's proudly brought to you by SimplyLink. Look, building a website for your new business, it used to be a nightmare, a total nightmare. It was, expensive, technical, and just took forever. But SimplyLink, they totally changed the game for me. It's the only platform that lets you build a stunning, professional website in literally 30 minutes with absolutely no coding at all, really. And their built-in payment processing means you can start, selling your productized service the same day you build your site. Same day.
Wow, 30 minutes. That's pretty incredible. So they've got templates specifically designed for coaches, creators, and freelancers, which aligns perfectly with what we're talking about today. So where can our listeners go to check that out and get that special deal you mentioned?
Yes. I've totally negotiated a special deal for Modern Maverick listeners. Go to simplylink.com/maverick to get a 30-day free trial and 50% off your first 3 months. That's simplylink.com/maverick. Build your foundation so you can focus on what matters, truly what matters, building your empire. Your empire.
So Chloe, we've covered a lot today and it's been incredibly insightful. For someone who's just joining us now or wants to quickly recap the core principles, could you just bring it all home for us? What's the path to millions, the system you've laid out?
Absolutely, Marcus. Absolutely. The path to millions, it's not a secret. Truly not a secret. It's a system, a really clear system. 1, stop selling a product, start selling a feeling. That's number 1. 2, build a scalable audience by giving away free, transformative value, truly transformative. 3, start with a productized service to build proof and get paid, really get paid. And 4, create a digital lever to scale your time and your impact. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's a get-rich-smart framework. Really, truly smart.
That's incredibly clear, Chloe. It really makes a lot of sense. So it requires work, consistency, and a willingness to be a true modern maverick, which is, playing a different game than everyone else. And if this resonated with you, if the path to real wealth feels clear for the first time, what should our listeners do right now, today?
Yes, Marcus, yes. If this resonated, if the path feels clear, then do three things for me right now, today. 1, subscribe to this podcast. We go deeper on these frameworks every single week, and you really, truly do not want to miss it. 2, take a screenshot of this episode right now, post it on your Instagram or LinkedIn stories, and tag me at Modern Maverick. Tell me what feeling you want to sell. I'll be replying to as many as I can, giving feedback and advice. And 3, share this episode with one person, just one. Share it with that friend you're always brainstorming with, the colleague who is meant for more, Because the best way, truly the best way to solidify your own knowledge is to share it, really share it. The lie, it's over. Your new reality, it starts now.
Until next time, everyone, remember, think different, build different, live different.